As far as my lovely DPSs, if you have the Atropal Essence or Envenomed, they are preferable. Pretty please.
I have one, but it's
Envenomed
not
first.
Envenomed is most beneficial, but if you don't have an Envenomed, because some people weren't here for Tails, running Atropal is good close second.
Oh, the books. Oh, okay, I got the book here. It's on equipped and ready.
Beautiful.
Ready. It's maxed out too, so that's good. Now I got to.
I ain't gonna lie, I just had to upgrade my charm, but I had one. Almost there.
Well, thank you for upgrading. I appreciate it.
Yeah, much appreciated.
I've been meaning to do it anyways, and actually I got
so
on now.
typically with Tom runs, just because of the casting time of the charm, it is most beneficial to have one of the tanks running charm.
That's why I'm on
rather than the healers.
You didn't see the tank.
That was why I was like, ooh, should I run? Like, usually in the Alliance ones or whatever.
And I got something that I'm leveling up, you guys. And I want you to
because I know that I can throw my shield up.
Plague Fire Enchantment.
Okay, hang on just a second, please. We need one person at a time, so go ahead with the charm. You throw your shield up, and what was that?
I know Girk says that if you throw your shield up, you can cancel some of the
animation.
Yeah, the animation on the charm.
You got to make sure number one thing before you start practicing that, you know exactly when it does apply. You can see it above if you practice enough, but make sure it applies before you cancel it. Otherwise, we get out of time sync. Yep. So I've done that before. I canceled it too soon. I was like, shit, it didn't go on. I messed up.
I've been side by side with Girk using it quite a bit. I think I've got a half decent idea.
Cool.
Anyways.
I just have to say it because I've been there. So.
Yeah, no, I understand. And no offense taken at all.
Perfect.
Not meaning.
No.
Shoot. Whatever it is, I don't want to run it. The word glitch is not allowed in this
site. I have no idea. I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Dread enchantment?
Tenebrious times 2 with a dread and darken, it just procs.
Really?
Cool.
I don't know.
So one of the things about TNN, which is my guild that I hold near and dear entirely, is the fact that we will not run glitched items, and we won't run in groups that are knowingly using glitched items. So please, if you're going to be in my trainings, don't run it. I don't mind if you run it. That's you do you. But I ask people don't intentionally glitch in my training runs because my guild means a lot more to me than helping people getting through glitchy runs.
Don't run
on that note, Ruby.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys were speaking a little too fast. What should I not run?
Don't worry about
Do
it.
not run.
Don't run a glitch intentionally.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. Actually, I have reported people who do glitches. Cause they mess up my stats.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
So Ruby, on that note, tested and confirmed the token is no longer broken.
Yes, thank you. I know there was words of people going, it's been fixed now, but I've wanted to hear it tested and confirmed from someone. Thank you.
Tested and confirmed, guarantee it doesn't work anymore.
Thank you.
So people won't
much.
even want to run it.
I'm sorry, in my opinion, it's still viable to run one.
Yes.
Because it's still a potentially 50% damage increase. And at least a 10%.
The one Tenebrous, right?
No.
No.
The Token of Chromatic.
Oh, okay.
It stacks 9 balls, and you've got 5 different elements. and every stack of acid is 10%. When I've been running it, I still see at least 2 stacks. I no longer see the 5, and I know it doesn't stack with multiple tokens anymore. I've tested.
Haven't run it.
So.
No, not at all.
I don't know that that's a glitch or if it's just it works. I really don't know.
That'd be just something else to study up, but so let's not fill it. If I may, let's not fill the chat with a bunch of back and forth about the glitches and stuff. If you think maybe one, let's not run it. If you think it's a clean thing, let's run it. Run it clean. Be honest with everybody and be honest with yourself and go from there. Other than that, let's try to get this going.
And Sammy, the long and short of that is yes, babe.
Okay.
As far as DPS goes, it's kind of one of those. If you're not doing it, some groups will take you, but a lot of the time, yeah, it's just kind of one of those. This is a dungeon where it's an algorithm. If you don't have everything that makes you optimal, it means that you're less likely to get into one of those completion runs, just because if there's someone who is optimal, that spot will usually get filled. But I don't know. I know some people that are still, like, I'm getting into 3rd phase trainings that haven't got it, and they're saving up for it. So depends on who the group running it is.
Radley?
Yeah.
Would you like him first, or would you like me to take him?
I'll go first round.
Okay.
You can have sloppy seconds.
Okay.
Sweet.
Alright. Okay, so
Damn right you will.
there are a number of things that we're going to see in there. I'm kind of going to let you guys run in blind, and I will explain what's happening before it happens, so that you know your actions when I call it. Yes, single target all the way.
Single target all the way.
I'm going to call, the first thing that I'm going to call is DPS far left. The reason I'm doing that is because if we run in straight, we're going to take the hate of the boss and move him out of the way. The tanks are locking the boss down in a very particular place for a very specific reason. If we take hate and move him away, it makes the entire run so much more frustrating. Well, at least the first 20%. And they whine. And I call in favors to get them to tank for us every time, so let's not annoy the tanks.
Go.
Sure. Go for gold. I don't understand what you're speaking about.
Nope, freaking hit with that Wills first until the tank get the aggro, and then she will tell us when to hit our artifacts and our freaking and whatever your
so
at will,
for
your
Envenomed,
daily.
you can use it whenever you need to, because that's about building up your AP. There are a few times where having your daily ready is imperative. I will call go everything.
None, actually.
No
up to
buffs.
you.
First phase training, we're not using buffs. We're not using scrolls. Yeah. Yeah. Don't be using your sorbet.
Use it if you want to buff. I buff no matter what. I always buff. I just do. It's what I do. You're a buff, babe? I'm a buff girl.
Yeah.
Of course. Now, as far as our virgins, and I'm going to keep calling you virgins. I'm sorry if that's offensive. Please tell me if it is, and I will try and alter my language.
Are
there any questions about what we're about to go into that you've seen videos or you've heard of or anything like that that you want me to clarify before we go in? Or are you happy going in a wee bit blind?
Awesome. I love this kid.
Take me to the killing floor.
No problem. So
Okay. So the biggest thing with this is it's about group cohesive damage. Being all over the place will kill you because, put super blunt, my healers will not throw out a singular heal to save your ass because if you're not in their heals, that's on you.
I need you to talk louder.
Did you see what's happening?
You need me to talk louder? Who?
My daughter's asking me something. I'm sorry, I'm in a meeting.
I was like, I thought I was using my grown-up voice. Like, fuck. Beautiful. So, when we say group up, the grouping that we've got at the door at the moment is too big.
Sorry.
When I say group up, I mean
get on me.
Yep, right. Freaking get inside.
One of these squares.
The idea of being in here, and I can explain to you the boards and how we know who is doing what and what behaviors we're looking for. If the DPS are chasing to try and get as much damage as possible and to fight to be at the top of the board, 9 times out of 10, they will also die the most. 9 times out of 10, they will get hit by most of the mechanics, and we can tell.
Yep, it's true.
Chasing damage in this dungeon kills you, and it kills other people. And ultimately, it ends up costing them money in the long run. So, working the mechanics is the most imperative thing of this dungeon.
What about, this is what I want to say, is the, what about the mirror shifts when you get phased through one of the portals?
Just come back as soon as you can.
You just get back, get back in.
Get back to where you need to be.
Yeah, okay.
You're going to get confused as to once you get portaled like that, as to what side you're supposed to be on. Find your mark, find your one person. Like, I'm going to follow Ruby. I'm going to...
No, the mark is the dragon heads.
Oh, okay.
When we go in, there's a disc about the size of this purple circle. If a disc on the floor. Sorry. I said disc. There's an S and a K there. If the door is Hallister,
okay.
There is a if the door is Hallister, there are 2...
Huh.
What? What are you looking at?
Yeah, I was talking, because I sure was trying to stay behind Hallister.
For the dungeon.
Yeah, I know.
So, we'll show you.
Okay.
Who is getting a coffee? Who was the one that was making the... Awesome. No worries.
So, call the cutscene and don't skip it if you get it.
Good call.
Wait, what was the cutscene?
If someone gets a cutscene, it gives us an opportunity to do a burst amount of damage on Hallister without him actually aggroing on anyone. So if you get a cutscene, let it play out, call it, and say that you've got it, and it means that DPS adjust their strategy.
Ah, okay.
So, I might get one.
Yep.
I have the question.
Don't hit circle.
Okay.
Use what?
Nothing. We're good.
Okay.
Oh, my power's at 204.
Come play with us, Ensu.
Come on in the circle. Come play with us. We have pretty toys.
Come play with us. We can be friends forever and ever and ever.
Yes.
Awesome.
Remember, wide left.
Okay, so DPS are going to go wide left. Let the tanks move in. We're going to make sure... Oh. Nope, no cutscene. Awesome. Make sure that you're on this dragon head here. This is the disc we're talking about here, fam. Go everything. Throw your mounts. Throw your debuffs. Throw everything. also means that you can throw your daily and you'll get the most amount of burst damage out of it because everyone's got their buffs up.
Oh, he's chickening me.
Second tank of chicken.
No worries. So DPS, we've got hate.
Zen.
Shield, please. Ah.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
It's all good. We pick people up. We don't use the scrolls in here. I didn't roll away quick enough. That was me. I'm sorry, guys. So if a DPS takes hate when he is making his annihilation ball, if you have hate, you are going to take the ball. It means that, unlike what I just did, you should be moving back here, so that you're taking the annihilation ball and not killing the rest of the DPS. I apologize for not doing that. If you have hate, you should see above there's a hate meter above your name on the left-hand side. At the moment, mine's yellow. That means I'm building hate. When it goes red, it means you have the hate and that the attention is on you. DPS, make sure that you group back up nice and tight on the dragon head. You need to be able to see the swords next to the numbers to know that you're getting combat damage.
Sorry.
Combat advantage damage. Alright, he's going to phase, reset onto the dragon heads.
Fire Griffin.
Fire Griffin. Throw everything. Now we're going to have outer AoEs. Make sure you are on the disc and watch your feet stay in.
Somebody pick me up.
Thank you, Heaven. We're going to have an inner AoE. It means we're going to have to move out. When the ball lands, move out of the middle. Get out. Now there's going to be cracks underneath one of the DPS feet. So the ranged stay out. The melee go back in behind, back on the dragon heads as we usually do. The chickens stay out. Whoever's got them, run them away from the group. You're right. It's the point of training.
That was me, my bad. I was saying bye to Dad before he goes to work.
Back in nice and tight behind Hallister. Fireball will be behind DPS.
Got it.
We're going to have chains happen. When you are chained, if you're chained to a DPS, I want you to go left and right. To the walls, all the way to the walls. The only time that you do differently there is if you're chained to a tank and you move directly backwards. Back in the middle, nice and tight. We're going to have another Firestorm, please. Fire Griffin. And throw everything. Now basically that whole rotation resets. So we're going to have outer AoEs. I didn't know I had hate then, I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
When the outers happen, we need to stay on the disc and snuggle up so the healers can keep us alive. Now the inner AoEs are going to hit. We need to make sure that we move out of the middle so that we're not being hit by those. Melee, go back in. Ranged, stay out. Chicken, stay out. Someone has... So Zen, Michael, make sure that if you're a chicken, you're staying out. Someone's got the cracks. Thank you, Sammy. When you've got those cracks, make sure you're going directly backwards and not to our healers or tanks. They get very upset. Reset. Once the cracks are in, come back in nice and tight. Make sure you're getting combat advantage damage. Fireball behind tanks. We're going to have chains happen next. If your DPS, get to the walls. If you're chained to a tank, go backwards.
Backwards. Good job.
Snuggle in tight. We're going to have another fire round. Fire Griffin, please. Snuggle in tight for the heals. Use a health stone if you need.
I will as a tank.
We're not using scrolls.
It's fine. If you don't have them, that's fine.
You're right. Lightning Griffin, please. Throw everything. Alright, lightning phase. We're going to have a split mechanic. Split means you need to stay at his feet before moving away. So stay snuggled up. When I call split, run away from the group. And split. Back in behind him again. Next, we're going to have the polarities. It's the same polarities in the Trobriand fight. So get in nice and tight behind him. Now take a step back. Polarities are going to happen. Check your partner and check yourself. If you're the same, snuggle up on the disc. If you're opposite, get to the walls. Now we're going back to needing to do another split. Because the split's coming, we need to be snuggled up at his feet.
Shit.
Snuggle in nice and tight, guys. The split's going to happen. If we're not at his feet, the bombs don't get dropped appropriately. I'll get you when we split, Captain. Split. Everyone was trying to get you when the bombs happened. Sorry, Lethal. Little feet, I couldn't move quick enough. Snuggle in nice and tight. We're going to have another lightning storm happen. Lightning Griffin. Health stones if needed. We have one healer down. We're going to wipe up very soon, so hold on to your dailies. Split. And back in. Beautiful, guys. That was seamless. Yes. Alright.
No, don't take me. You mean take aggro.
Now again, we're going to have polarities. So take a moment, step back, so that you can see your partner clearer.
That's okay.
Snuggle in. We're going to have another split happen, so make sure we're at his feet, nice and tight. And split. Beautiful. Back in. We're going to have another lightning storm, so that whole process starts over again. So snuggle in tight, help our healer. Let him know we love him by making his job easy. Lightning Griffin, please.
We love you, man.
For your mounts, don't use your dailies. Hold on to those, because we're gonna. I thought we were gonna wipe it up a lot quicker than this. I'm actually quite proud of people right here. We're going into ice phase, so reset. Do not do damage at this point. If you have swells around your body, get on the dragon head. If you do not have swells, get behind the ice. Chip away at the ice a little bit. Do a little bit of damage, but be behind it. Break the ice.
Don't worry about me.
I'm dead.
Welcome to the death.
As am I. Alright, I'm going to try and keep calling. Alright, so the next thing is a hypo. Snuggle up DPS with the healer. Should be behind. Hypo DPS, make sure you're standing behind. Now DPS need to be behind. I can see people who are not behind. You're about to get done by the doom.
Zensu, back.
Zensu. With the DPS, babe.
I'm gonna release.
Go ahead. Yeah, dead. Sorry to call you out. Just wanted to get you back.
Now, doom is about to happen on Fork.
Bye-bye. It's gonna hurt.
That fucking hurt.
I got you. I'm coming to get you.
Alright, Whirlwind happens at the same time as a hyper, and we've wiped up. Get your AP up, and then let him kill you, and we can rinse and repeat. I'm actually really impressed, by the way. For two people who have never seen this dungeon, like, I'm impressed.
Yeah, great job.
I've gotten this far before, though.
That's good.
I'm trying.
This is pretty cool, yeah. I've gotten this far before. This is good.
I did. It's fine. Thank you, love.
Okay, so now that the new people actually know what the split is that we're talking about, I can explain the process of it. There is 3 parts to the movement that you need to do when a split is happening. The first part is making sure that we are snuggled up nice and tight. The reason for that is when the tell for the split actually happens, the tell is you can see a purple wave ripple out from his feet to the outsides. And the other thing that you can see is his right hand goes up and he clicks. That means the split happens. At that point, where your feet are, you just placed an invisible lightning bomb. When I call split, we're placing that bomb, we're rolling away from the bomb so that they can go off, and then a second after that, we're making sure that our feet are not overlapping with one another. So that's where those red AoEs, when you're overlapping those AoEs with one another, it will kill people. More specifically, it's when your red AoE overlaps someone else's feet. If the edges of your AoEs are touching, whatever's. If they're overlapping a little bit, no worries. But when we're doing first phase training, I ask people to practice being completely solo on that point, rather than getting in the habit of overlapping. Because if one of you moves a little bit, you'll still die. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, alrighty then. That's what I say.
Just walk back.
Either or. I tend to roll just because I'm used to doing it in training groups, and me being able to get to the walls to give the melee more room to move around and maneuver, I don't mind. However it is that you get away from it, as long as you're not dying to it, I don't care. Yeah. As long as, you're not dying and you're not killing other people, I could care less.
I suggest, if you can and feel comfortable, if you're not into the habit of rolling, don't get in the habit of rolling. It's much easier. Just take 2 steps back, look around you, step to the side, slide to the right, whatever. Whatever. Because if you get into rolling and then roll again, that's really hard. But I understand what Ruby's saying too. Yeah.
And keep in mind, if you're a rogue and you overlap Sammy, who is a barb, and I say this the nicest way possible, I'm going to yell at you because she doesn't have a dodge,
right?
And you do.
And it's kind of, if you hit that L3,
they can't sprint.
No. If they're using the sprint, especially in here, if they're using that sprint, they're going to lose a lot of damage and some of their buffs and stuff like that. They should not be using their sprint in here whatsoever.
In third phase, you'll see why.
You using your roll doesn't.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Oh, no. I would rather someone sit there and go, but what about this? But what about this? Because it means that you give a damn. Like, if you're throwing if someone just sits there and goes, I just do what she says, and then I shut up the entire time because it stops her fucking talking, then they don't actually care.
Aww.
I'd rather someone actually engage in it.
He's a jerk.
I don't take that as,
you know what? If
I don't
you
take
do
that
have to listen
negatively
to somebody, you want them to have a nice voice, you know?
Remarkable.
Have you met Captain?
Oh my God! Wait, I'm gonna go sit in the corner now.
All right, here we go. Let's try this again, guys.
Who is that? Is that you, Zen?
To our people that are less experienced in here, is there anything that you feel you would like to ask a question about? Any process that you want explained differently?
Don't be shy.
Awesome. By all means, I'm more than happy for you to do that in your own group.
Just not in this group. Is that understood? Any questions about that part? Okay.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
Sorry.
Ha.
Okay, the answer is that we're not going to run this in this group as of right now.
Yeah. Alright, DPS far left. Don't pull the hate of Halaster. Let the tanks get it, otherwise they get grumpy, and we like our tanks happy. Alright, when we go in, use your at-wills and encounters only, and now throw everything.
You guys have hate. We're going to change that.
Do we use dailies also?
Yeah.
When I say throw everything, that is the perfect timing for you to actually use your dailies.
It just he chicken me up. Yeah.
Okay, so Zen, I'm going to get you to move slightly to your right, babe, so that you are behind Halaster at his 6. Beautiful.
I got him.
Zensu. Zensu, you're currently on the tank side. You're going to take the Annihilation Balls and get killed. Beautiful.
Well.
No.
We're good. I have to back up.
Basically, Zen James, as far as tanking goes, if something needs to be tweaked with your tanking positioning, I'm expecting Radley to do that because he's on top of that shit. I don't pay attention to you guys. I pay attention to the healers and the whatnot. Hold onto your mounts until you get the everything call, pretty please.
That was me. I apologize. I will.
Rephase back onto the dragon head. Light, Fire Griffin, please. Throw everything. I will answer the question after this phase because this one has quite a bit. After this run, rather. We're out in the thingy. We're going to have outer AoEs. Stay in on the disc. Nice and tight. Watch your feet. When the next Annihilation Ball hits the ground, we're going to have to move out. Wait for it. And out of the middle. Coming back in, one person who's going to have cracks. So the melee can go back in, the ranged and the chickens stay out. If you get the cracks, move directly backwards. Don't take them to our healers, don't take them to our tanks. Someone's got them, run them around. Thank you, Draco. We're going to have, when he clicks his left hand, we're going to have the fireball pop up. The tanks will take care of that.
Fireball.
Behind tanks.
Got it.
We're going to have chains happen. Break them if you got them. To the walls. If you're chained to a tank, go backwards. Then back in on the disc, we're going to have another firestorm. Back in as quickly as you can. Fire Griffin, please. Stay in tight. Use your health stones if needed. Make sure you don't go in those AoEs. We're going to have outer AoEs, so stay in nice and tight. Don't go in those AoEs. Healers hate you when you go in an AoE.
Fire.
Your fire, I'm lightning.
Beautiful. Rephase, back on the dragon heads.
Ooh.
Ice, go on the dragon head. Everyone else gets behind it. This is not a time to do damage. Stand behind, get in tight. You can chip away at this, but now we break it. You've got to wait for that annihilation to go off before we break it. Throw everything. Can someone please pick up our lovely Sammy?
Yeah,
I got it.
Got my run for a minute too.
Now we're going to have hypo, so that healer is going to move to the DPS. We stay where we are. Beautiful. Next we're going to have a whirlwind. Oh no, we're going to have Doom rather. Sorry. Doom is for the tanks. Make sure you are on the behind, so you do not take this with the tanks. It will kill you DPS. It will kill you healers. You'll see the little thing pop up above their head. That's Doom. That's a Doom about to happen. A Doom Brits. Beautiful.
Yeah, baby.
We're going to have a whirlwind pop up in the middle of the disc. DPS and healers are going to go behind and stack together. We're going to get blown out by the whirlwind and then mitigate the damage. Beautiful. There's creeping ice on the ground. Fuck, we can't get you there, Lethal. The creeping ice on the ground will hurt you. Don't go in it. And break this ice as soon as it happens.
Shit, sorry.
Oh.
Got it.
I hit you, didn't I, Zen? My bad.
Can you get him? Got you.
Doom, tanks do their thing. Make sure you're not in there with them. Beautiful. Now we're going to reset the entire thing and we're going to go back to the ice that we have to stand and hide behind for the explosion to go off, okay? So, ice will move forward, everyone else will get behind. Ice stack up with me, everyone else get behind, please. Chip at the ice so that you're doing a little bit of damage, but don't break it. Now break it. When you get broken out, make sure you're helping the other ices break as well. Beautiful.
Yes.
We're going to have a hypo coming up where our healer snuggles in with DPS. We stay where we are. Thank you, our lovely healer. Next is going to be another Doom, so we need to make sure that our healers are behind with us, nice and tight, so that they don't take any of this damage. Phase back onto the Dragon Head. If you get portaled back in as quickly as you can, Lightning Griffin, please throw everything.
Got you.
That was just what happens with lightning. That's just a lot of damage that we take there. Split.
I did.
Everybody split the same way.
So when that happens, rather than continually running, people need to stand still. So that we can separate effectively. Now, this is where polarities are coming up. Step away. Check your partner, check yourself. If you're the same, get on the board. Lily, that's in, babe.
I know, I see it. I see it too late.
Back in behind, repossession DPS. We're about to have another split. We want to make sure that the bombs are dropped at his feet in a group. So we're going to be nice and tight. Look for the tell. His hand will go up. And split.
This is what
We're going to have another lightning storm, so I need everyone to be in nice and tight.
That's 3 tar. Oh, you got it.
Now Lightning Griffin. I think I saw both of them go early then.
Oh, I thought you been split.
Yeah, see. No, never mind.
I'm good.
We're going to have another split coming up. Complete rotation of the lightning phase. So we're nice and tight, doing as much as we can, and split. Back in.
Somebody grab tar. This is
Got
gonna hurt.
him. I believe in you.
We're actually going to phase him.
I need help.
Beautiful. So welcome to second phase, family. Alright, where I am standing, hang on, where I am standing there's what looks like an H. This is what we are hitting. This is what we aim at, yeah? I was jumping up and down. It's
Where
a
she's
weird
jumping
symbol
up
on
and
the
down.
side of the thing that everyone moved here so no one can see it. I'm going to ask for us to throw the Envenom journals first before everything else, alright?
As soon as you see us.
So Envenom journals, throw them. Get some of the stacks up. And then throw everything.
Ooh.
Holy fuck balls. Second T-Rex, please. Love you, Radley.
No problem, Jess.
No way.
Third phase?
Holy fuck! No!
What's wrong?
Yep, we did
I
it.
threw my daily. Oh, we got
Holy
it.
shit!
Third phase.
Fuckballs. Alright, welcome to third phase, family. This is where you need to listen intently.
Do not
Holy
fall
crap,
off.
Alright,
that
when
was
he
freaking
lands,
awesome.
shh, when he lands,
Quiet,
it's
quiet.
going to hurt. So we need to
Quiet.
be as far on the outside of the disc as possible. Out here. When he lands, every time I say phase, we need to be on the outside of the disc, not off the disc. Sorry, Zensu. Alright. Back in on the dragon heads. Make sure that we are always on the dragon heads, guys, opposite to where our tanks are.
Gotcha.
I'm seeing ice.
I'm seeing tanks
yes?
Ice confirmed.
Alright, guys, dragon heads. Eyes forward. Stand behind the ice. Do not chip at it. Break. Tanks go under the other side, please.
Yep.
Apparently we're doing this bit backwards. Throw everything. Holy fuck balls. Creeping ice, stay positioned. Healers, make sure that you're not getting your feet in on that. Alright, stay tight on the whirlwind. We're going to get blown out. 2 groups, 2 hypos. Beautiful. DPS, do not hit the boss. They're going to pull him to the side.
Doom.
We're going to go far and left. You gotta pull him out of the middle, guys.
Trying to. I'm getting a server can't not responding. Are you guys see anything?
What the heck?
Can you please not be waiting for us? Can you please leave that thing? Whoever is your group is waiting for you is
What?
Oh.
Yes, Zensu, please leave the circle.
You gotta get out of the circle.
Stay
you
out of
go.
the circle where we at. Here goes.
There we go.
Oh, I just ate that Doom with no shield.
So what? Go in now.
No, wait for us. We're trying to figure out where we're at.
I don't know what's going on.
Kill that ice.
Break this ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in front
Take
of
the side.
Don't know what's going on. Alright.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
it usually
Stay out
does.
of the
Alright,
center,
out of the
stay out
middle.
of the center.
Out of the middle, he is not phased. Look for him in the
He's trying to
sky.
get-
This is where we move.
Go right, Ruby.
Yep. Okay,
Yeah,
so
he's on
what's
the
happening
side.
is he's in the sky, he held up his hand, we need to go to the opposite way so that that annihilation wave doesn't hit us.
Sorry.
Pull him out of the middle if you can, my
Yep.
amazing tanks.
Got him.
This is where our positioning changes. Our tanks are going to pull him out of that creeping ice because if we go in there, it will kill us. Ranged, do what you can. Beautiful, get him
Got it.
behind and do as much DPS as we can. DPS, throw everything.
Doom.
Doom.
Nice hit. Behind us.
We're going to have ice, stand behind it, do not hit it. Stand behind it,
touch
nice and
it.
tight. Break. We're going to have to run into the center to go into a whirlwind. When that whirlwind comes out, we have to be in 2 groups. We're going to go dragon heads for those 2 groups, okay? Or are we going to have creeping ice before that? Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. We're bringing him here.
We're going to go slightly right to the dragon heads because of the creeping ice. DPS behind with 1 healer. The other healer goes in front with the tank. So when we blow out, it happens nice and smooth like that. Beautiful. Tanks are going to pull him to one side and we're going to go to the
Shit,
left
it's
so
stuck.
that they can
Doom.
take the Doom.
Sorry. I didn't.
They're going
I
to
should
pull
stay
him
out.
out of the middle and then we can go back to DPSing.
I'm gonna
Break
be
this
in
ice as soon as it happens.
We're both in ice.
And we've only got a tank and 2. We've got a tank and healer to get us out.
Well, I'm dead. You know what? I just have
Okay.
to say something.
Wipe it up.
Our
Yeah,
A
buddy,
few
you guys
points
caller.
there.
Yeah. Oh damn.
Holy fuckballs! Guys! Holy shit! That's fucking sick!
You like that?
That was amazing.
You guys are awesome.
Oh, this was good. I should not have died, man.
That,
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Holy
you are
shit.
you're an amazing caller. I have to say.
Thank you, my darling. I just try to explain everything so people know why they've got to do certain things a particular way.
Yes, you are. No, you know what? And I've been in freaking third phase, almost completion runs, and nobody's explained it like that. Nobody.
Well, that's the thing. Usually for a
as
third
far
phase
as I
training,
ever
I
been.
won't explain it to this degree either. Like, but I expect that people have been to the first phase training, so they've already had it explained to them like that. Does that make sense?
Our third phase training, we
All
expect
I know
everybody
is
to be able
this
to do
is
the
as far as
first
I
phase
ever
without
been.
even us even talking at all. So.
Yeah.
And I should not have died. I should not have died. Oh, God. I had 2 deaths. I think I only had 2.
Holy shitballs, guys, that's fucking sick. Okay, we've been at it for an hour. Get up, make yourself a coffee, move your body. Literally,
stretch.
please get off your
stretch.
couch or your chair. It is a learning thing that you have better information retention if you actually move your body when you're learning things. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know, I gotta be up and go to the church at 8. I gotta be at the church at 8 in the morning for.
We appreciate that, and we appreciate you being here and helping us out.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah.
Man. I used to get it, so now I want to gift. So.
Oh, by the way, if you
Yeah,
guys have
sure.
your recordings set up, make sure to hit the option for screenshot. Just click it one time and then hit